So, Kiran, do we have the sharing permissions and who is going to take care of the timer? So, let's get started. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the book club. I'm really excited. This is like the first time I'm hosting it, and I have got really fun topics from all of you. Initially, I did not expect that I'll be getting those titles, but I'm really amazed to see those titles. So, let's get started with our gratitude prayer first. So, I would request you all to close your eyes. Okay. Take a deep breath, inhale, slowly exhale, and release all the tension from your mind. I'll say the prayer, you can repeat it in your mind. Thank you, God, for giving such a wonderful life to all of us. Thank you, God, for supporting us in all the phases of our lives. Thank you, God, for sending a messenger, for giving me this opportunity to be part of this beautiful association. Thank you, God, for uniting us to support each other, our friends, our families towards good health and a great life. Thank you, God, for the job opportunity which is bringing food, shelter to our table. And finally, thank you, God, for giving us the opportunity to speak here, share our learnings and experiences from our life, the books we read. Now you can slowly take one more deep breath and open your eyes. So, thank you so much for joining. I hope you'll have a good time. So, Kiran, do you want to take the intros first or? Oh,
I think when you can go ahead in between when we'll come for the PM, then we can take the introduction as well.
okay. Sure. So yes, this book club is really interesting for all of us, and we have been continuing this book club for almost a year and a half now. And most of the folks are pretty old. We all know each other, and we have heard so many stories from their life, from their past. But this particular session is all about whatever they've learned through their experiences, through their failures, through their success stories, and whatnot. So I'm really excited. Let's get started and call our first speaker of the day, Nikita ji, for she'll be talking about overcoming low self-esteem. So I think most of us have been through this. Let's hear it out from Nikita.
Okay, hi Mohini, thank you. That this is expected because my name was on top. Am I audible?
Yes, yes,
Yeah, chalo, thank you, and you're doing great, and thank you for coming on with this session because it took me a lot of took me a lot of thinking कि क्या बोलना चाहिए. I took
yes.
Kiran's help and all, so thank you, Kiran. Yeah, so I'll be talking about like something related to self-esteem. So here the story starts, guys. So it's not that good. I don't know how will you feel, but yeah, it's a part of my a person's life. At the end, you will. So years ago, that is in the year 1999, a girl was born, and she was loved by her family, her relatives, and everyone. And if you tell her now that how her life is, she would have never believed it because as a child, she was so confident that when people try to talk to her, she replied in her own language when she doesn't even know what the other person is speaking. And when she tried to walk, she felt thousand times and more, and still she tried. And slowly, you grow up, when slowly you try to grow up, and the people who loved you, cared about you, so they started telling you that you're not perfect, try to be like others, try to follow others. It started making her think that she's not perfect, something is lagging, she's not like others, why is she like that. And parallelly she was having some issues like language issues, she couldn't speak English properly, and her other classmates were very fluent in English, and they started mocking her, teasing her, making fun of her, and bullying her, everything. And they made the situation more worse, and they started telling her that it's her weakness, and they started avoiding her. They gave her they never gave her an opportunity to prove herself because she doesn't know English, and they were not confident about herself. But at that point she was somewhere confident that she could, but the situation didn't allow her, so she lost her confidence. And because of the doubts and the less confidence and the fear, or this all holded her back, and it continued for years, like almost 8 years. After when she entered her college, the scenario was different. People didn't know that she has this language issue, she couldn't speak English. And so people started looking up in different ways, and people didn't at that period people were matured enough, so they were okay with her behavior, and she wanted to prove herself because she does not want the same scenario to repeat what happened with her in school. So she wanted, but somewhere there, her fear holded her. It never like it never allowed her to cross the line. So and even I have to be true, she never tried it. Somewhere, when she was when she used to sit in the audience, when she used to be an audience and clap for others, she somewhere deep down felt that she wanted to be on the other side, hearing all these claps. And and finally she got an opportunity where her desire to overcome the fear. And then she realized that once you overcome your fear, there is no u-turn, there's no going back. So that's all. So overcome your fear, because there's no u-turn. One, you cannot go pace a stage back. You will just improve and improve, and you will be your best version. And this was story about me, and this is my life, and it's my chapter is still to be continued. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. I'm here to clap for you. Perfect, Nikita. Amazing story. And I can totally relate with it because English is not our first language, right? So we all are, weak in that. Even currently, even I struggle a lot with, finding good words. And even when I'm speaking, I struggle a lot. But that's how life is, right? You need to take that first step and then you'll always grow and grow. So there's nothing to, look back. So amazingly shared, Nikita. Really appreciate it requires a lot of efforts to, come out and look at your failures or look at your weaknesses and talk about it in front of this crowd. So truly appreciate it. And I request all the audiences out here, please put your thoughts in the chat and support the speaker so that they feel more motivated. So yes, thank you, Nikita. Next, moving on to the next speaker, I would like to call Karthik about passionate living.
Thank you, Mukti.
Karthik,
Is my voice audible?
yes,
Okay.
you're audible.
So much. I just share my.
Karthik, we lost you.
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were speaking. Yeah.
I hope you are able to see.
Yes.
Okay, so this is a glimpse of the book Passionate Living, and this is
Wow.
completely designed by Sahana. So the credits goes to her. So I just gave her the idea. So if you see a glimpse of your true potential, I will tell you why I share this. So yeah, it was, I think, like Nikita was sharing. Everybody is going to share about the year. I don't know, but yeah, in my case. One of the chapters I wanted to convey from the book, the name of the chapter, if you take it, is like moving on. Okay, moving on. So what happened is I was working on an idea of, I mean, in 2020, this happened in 2020, 2019 and 2020 beginning. I was working on an idea from almost 7 to 8 years. And initial 3-4 years, right, it was all good. But after for 4 years of my startup journey, okay, so things started to fall apart. Okay, so it didn't happen overnight, so it took some time to fall apart. And during the same time when things started to fall, I actually, that time only, I also got married. Then I was busy in my married life, so I couldn't concentrate on my startup that much. But yeah, definitely after some years I wanted to rebuild my startup back, because I had invested a lot of money, effort, time, or everything, right, apart from my job which I was doing. So during that time I was really see, almost after, I gave another 3 to 4 years for it, that time to like make things work together. Okay, because there was leadership crisis. Okay, whoever I was working with, whom I believed as my leadership guru and my partners, right, they had conflicts. Okay, so what happens if the leader is not, if Modi ji is not good, what will happen to India, right? So it was a similar case. And because of that, my partners didn't support properly. And I actually was not able to grow. I was not able to realize my potential. And I was not actually following my passion also. Initially when I started, and later what it shaped up to be, it was like completely changed. Okay, just like a director writes a story, and by the time the movie comes out, it will be like different story, right? If a movie is, you can take some movies for, in that case, when the director tells why it was flopped. Okay, these are some of the reasons, right? So I was in a similar shape. Okay, so that's when actually I came across Vijay's YouTube channel during the early stages when of PIM. So I followed Vijay for almost 4 to 5 months, and I wanted to be part of his mentorship. Because that is what I was lacking: the proper mentor, proper guidance, and the proper leadership. That is what I actually was looking for, because that is where I failed. Actually, if I tell like that those 7 to 8 years of journey, I really failed actually. But I gained tremendous amount of experience for sure. Okay, so during that time, the transition, I was thinking whether I had only two choices. One choice, I have to stick back to my old startup, because we and my friends, right, we actually were thinking of one vision which we wanted to achieve. Okay, after 10 years, after 20 years, we had planned so many things. Okay, so we had worked together for almost 8 years. Okay, so I had to be there, and I had to because of that friendship factor, right? I if I have to be there, my friendship is there, but there is no growth. Okay, there is no passion, there is no growth. Startup is going to, I know how it is going to be if I follow, if I be with them. So that was the choice. Second choice was to leave that. Okay, be part of Vijay's PM community. Okay, and it was not easy for you. It may be just a link or a reference. You came to PM, but for me to come to PM, it was not an easy journey. Okay, I had to go through a lot of screening rounds. Okay, I think Kiran knows it. I had pinged Kiran. I wanted to join BIM. Okay, it was not easy. So I had to let go of that. Otherwise, I have to come. Like there was two choices, and the choice was very painful. Okay, so if I have to leave that and join PM community, right? Those many years of friendship, and I knew their families together because we were friends, right? We knew our families, each other, and we dreamed of as a family. So many things we did together. I asked Sana what to do. Okay, so these are the choices. If I have to come to PM, I have to leave them. It's very painful. And see, like physical pains, that's fine. I think after a time it will go. But relationship pains and these wounds will not go easily. Okay, and it is very difficult to take the decision. It was like a mental turmoil for me. Okay, during this time, I was speaking to Kiran also. So that's what I had to take a tough decision, because yeah, my dreams are important. I want to grow my potential. That's why we mentioned like dreams of your own potential. I didn't know that, yeah, like I wanted to use my potential, and I knew Vijay was a good leader. But after coming here, we didn't expect that, yeah, we'll be following our passion. Like I mainly focus on relationship and leadership aspects, and Sana is mainly concentrating on like health, hair and skin consultancies. So we realize our passion, what is our passion. With our passion, how we can convert it into production, like in Ikigai it mentions, right? So these things we never expected, but and this is just start of a beginning of a journey. But yeah, so that what I wanted to talk about in mainly this chapter is that moving on thing. Okay, it was not a easy move. So as I said, for you it may be just a link to join PIM, but for me it was not like that. So I had to take so many tough decisions. So this was very, very important chapters in my life because I never expected it. Okay, so this is what I wanted to share. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Karthik. So now we know why you have so much of information on relationships, because you have gone through so much in your life. That's the reason why you know how to maintain those relationships. So that's really amazing. And we never knew this hardship that you had your own startup and these things. So thank you so much for sharing it. And we truly feel that you did the right thing and you guys are doing amazing. Like I've seen videos of Sahana and yours. You guys are doing really amazing. So continue doing it. And I know there are more chapters to be added in your life. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. So very nice. Next speaker we have for the day is Shraddha. She's one of the person I've seen growing, very closely since last 1 year. I've seen her growing tremendously. So I really want to know her story. And her topic is my toughest situations are my best friends. So yes, Shraddha, are you there?
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
Please
Hello,
go ahead.
everybody. So, actually, before starting my talk today, I would like to say a few things. The first thing is like it's my story, right? So, I thought like my story has to be in my way because I feel like if it is going to be in my way, it will be the best way. because I feel I express myself in the best way in Hindi, and that is why my story today is going to be in Hindi. And the best I can do is make a video. Like every time I do, I make YouTube videos, and in the same way, today also I have made a small video of my life, a chapter you can say of my life, the biggest chapter. In fact, you can say the best and the biggest chapter it is, which I'm going to share. Second thing is, please, I request you that do not share that 15-second left wala in between, because my video is of 3 minutes and 34 seconds. So if you will do it in between, it will get cut. So that's why. And the third thing is, I would like to share my happiness with you all that my channel is monetized finally. And now I have a family of 1,000 people with me. So I'm very happy for that. So I thought this is the best, means you people are the best ones to share my happiness, because you can understand how it feels. So let me start with my YouTube video. Actually, I have downloaded it on my YouTube, but I have not yet released it. I'm showing you kind of premiere kind of thing. So, yeah.
बात है कुछ 3 साल पुरानी, थी मेरी कुछ परियों सी कहानी। जिस दुनिया की कल्पना की थी बचपन में, यूं कह लो कि उसे जी रही थी मैं। एक प्यारा सा पति और 2 प्यारे बच्चे, और भला चाहिए होता क्या है हमें। पर कहाँ था मंजूर उस ऊपर वाले को, ये कर दिया उसने मेरी प्यारी सी दुनिया को चकनाचूर। हुई थी बात कुछ ऐसी कि तुम सबके सामने यहाँ साझा भी ना कर सकूं। बस जान लो इतना कि हुआ था ऐसा कुछ जो मैं कभी अपने दुश्मन के लिए भी ना मांगूं। उस वक्त का मंजर ना पूछो ए दोस्त, मैं और मेरी पूरी दुनिया हो गई थी तीतर बितर। लग रहा था सब एक सपना सा, पर इस सपने से तो जगना ही था। कुछ दिन तो मायूस रहना और रोना ही था जीवन मेरा। कभी इससे कभी उससे अपना दुखड़ा सुनाना ही चला। और इन सब के बीच मेरा जीवन, मेरी परिस्थिति वहीं के वहीं जिद्दी घमंडी हंसती रही मुझ पर मेरी दुश्मन बनकर। बस इन्हीं सब के बीच जूझ रही थी मैं और मेरी जिंदगी, कि मेरी जिंदगी पर दस्तक हुई उस नेक इंसान की, जिसने इस जिंदगी को एक बार फिर से जिंदगी दी। वो है मेरी गुरु, मेरी सखी, मेरी मार्गदर्शक डॉक्टर शिवांगी मलेटिया। ये मेरी जिंदगी में क्या आई, मेरी जिंदगी एक बार फिर से उलट पलट हो गई। इनके वीडियोस और स्पिरिचुअल टेक्निक्स ने मुझे एक नया नज़रिया दिया और अपने जीवन में एक बार फिर से रंग भरने का एक हौसला दिया। मैंने शुरुआत की 2 नए रिश्तों से, एक थी खुद के साथ और दूसरी बुक्स के साथ। रोज सुबह उठकर खुद से बातें करना और बुक्स पढ़ना अब मेरी जिंदगी का सबसे खूबसूरत पल बन गया था, जो हर दिन मेरा आत्मबल भी बढ़ा रहा था। फिर मैंने दोस्ती की पौधों से और बनाया एक छोटा सा गार्डन अपने ही बालकनी में। अवेयरनेस को थोड़ा और बढ़ाने के लिए दोस्तों ज्वाइन किया मैंने प्री स्कूल और योगा और जुम्बा भी। और इस तरह मेरी ज़िंदगी का मायना और मेरा फोकस कब बदल गया मुझे पता ही ना चला। अब जब मैंने सही मायने में होश संभाला तो मुझे बहुत कुछ समझ में आया, जिसे ठाना मैंने पूरी दुनिया के साथ साझा करना और इसके लिए ही YouTube को ज़रिया बनाया। मुझे समझ में आया कि जिस परिस्थिति को मैंने अपना सबसे बड़ा दुश्मन समझा, वो तो मेरा सबसे बड़ा हितैषी निकला, क्योंकि वो परिस्थिति तो आया था मुझे बहुत कुछ सिखाने, मुझे बहुत कुछ समझाने, मुझे बेहतर से बेहतर बनाने, मेरे अंदर की छिपी क्षमताओं को उजागर करने और मुझे एक नई जिंदगी से मिलाने, जो आज आप सबके सामने है। थैंक यू।
Yeah.
Wow,
Thank
Shraddha,
you so much.
it was so amazing. Like वो कहते हैं ना कि failures are the stepping stones. You have really proved it कि yes, it is. You've
Yes.
come out of your situation in your life and you're
Ah.
literally moving ahead in with flying colors. So I really enjoyed the video and I have seen you growing. Like I can literally witness it.
Yes,
Like the
actually.
video quality, the way you build the
Hmm.
videos, and all these poetries are too good, too good. Amazing, Shraddha.
Thank you,
Amazing.
thank you.
Really
Even
loved
I
it.
enjoyed, I enjoyed making this video. Today only I have done this, but I enjoyed, means thoroughly I enjoyed each part of it.
Amazing. It was amazing. I think
Thanks
we all
to,
can feel it.
yeah, actually thanks to you, you have given this chance so that we can think this way.
Yeah, and you have used it, to the most, like all creativity 100% level. Yeah. Awesome, awesome, Shraddha.
Thanks, yeah.
Thank you. So yes, after this amazing video, we are going to call our one of the newest member of our book club, Apurva. She wanted to share her fitness journey with all of us. So, Apurva, are you there? Yeah,
Yes,
it's over to
yeah,
you.
yeah. Thanks, Mohini. First of all, a great theme. It actually like made us to think a lot, like what to share and how to build up the story. So yeah, so yes, today I would like to share my fitness journey with all of you. Uh, just let me share my screen. Yeah. Yes. So I have divided my fitness journey into 4 phases. So let's get started with this. So the very first phase was the phase one. So here, as we know, like till graduation, we have our college lives and we enjoy a lot. So to give my background, I was all this chubby and like in my entire life, and I was a foodie, and I'm still a foodie, and I enjoyed my life, and I was a great swimmer and a great badminton player too, until I went to my post graduation. So this was the phase where I actually got into a really toxic and an abusive relationship, where I was told like I was overweight and I was told to reduce weight with some stringent deadlines, which obviously affected me a lot. And I tried all the ways to get fitted, which obviously leaded to self hatred and losing confidence. So here comes the lesson one: never ever change yourself for anyone. And if you want to change it, change for yourself and change for better. Until I ended this relationship. So then comes the phase three, that is the pre-pandemic phase where I started my job. And at this point of time, my work and my family priorities were too dominating, and then which obviously led to poor work-life balance, and obviously it led to some stress and anxiety issues with me. I wanted to fix that desperately, but I ended up into wrong diet and exercise choices, like mostly the 1,000 calorie workout and 1,500 calorie diet and everything. So here comes the lesson two: never ever try anything which you don't get it, and try to understand your body first, and then you go for it. So don't ever trouble your body. Then comes this phase four. This is the phase where it was the pandemic to this current phase. So here in this phase, basically, I actually accepted to myself that yes, I need help and I should get a proper guidance for this. And I ended up being with a diet coach and a fitness coach, and I got myself fixed. So now I do have a good work-life balance. I do eat healthy without compromising the taste. And yeah, I'm now happy and mindful. So here comes the lesson 3. Fitness is not the destination, it is a journey, and this journey continues. So stay fit, stay healthy, and stay happy. Thank you.
Amazing, Apurva. I think very crisp and clear it was. And I think we all, go into those phases where we need help from someone else because we are into that loop where we cannot come out of it. And we know we are struggling, but still we cannot come out of it. So we need somebody to help us out. So even in Shraddha's story, I know that she took help from a doctor. I mean, even you took a help. So we all in PIM are like that only. We are all taking help from each other and growing in our own battles. So thank you so much for sharing it, Apurva, and wish you all the best for your healthy life journey.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so moving on, we have our next speaker, Shrikant, and he will be talking about never give up. And किसी चीज को अगर वो बोलते हैं ना शिद्दत से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात तुम्हें उससे मिलाने में लग जाती है. So he's going to talk on those lines. So over to you, Shrikant.
Yeah, hi. I'm just thinking my video is working or not for a second. Okay, so
Okay.
my video might take a 50 seconds extra, minute extra. I'll try to wrap it up quickly. It just, I'm a good storyteller. So if I keep telling my whole life story, it'll take from morning to evening. And since I am talkative and very happy to talk things, I don't want to share everything. I took a couple of pieces from my life, especially from my college life where everything changed. So basically, when I started my college life, okay, so I was complaining about everything. So I was like, this professor knows nothing. Yeah, he doesn't know how to teach C programming also. This professor doesn't know how to teach data structures also. So that's the kind of person I was. Okay, so I met this one professor from psychology department in our college. And since I make friends, I make professors from all the departments except mine, at least in the beginning. So I went to this professor and I'm complaining. He's like, I said, there are no latest tech stack in the college. Professors aren't even teaching, they are not even stretching themselves. So my professor, this psychology professor, told like, Shrikant, why don't you do something then? Professors are inefficient, like you said. You're awesome, right? So why don't you start something? Why don't you learn and teach students? At that point, I didn't understand that indirectly he's insulting me or provoking me to do something. But I was like, yeah, good idea, I'll do that. I took it positively. It's like, good idea, I'll do that. And I started learning technologies like cognitive computing, cloud computing, full stack and stuff like that. And I started teaching students in second year. I was a second year student. My juniors weren't interested at that point because even I was starting to teach. My seniors, obviously, they won't be interested because I'm a junior. It didn't work out. I named it like, Alliance. So these Alliance classes went on for a week and I stopped. And then I kept on learning more things. Third year, I started again. I'm sorry, my timer. So third year I started again. So, and then what happened in the third year is my juniors started learning few things from me. Okay. And then my seniors still didn't listen. But by the end of third year, my seniors also started listening to my classes. I became college, we call it IQAC member, like a student leader in the college, internal quality assurance cell student member. So I've been part of all the department HODs. I bought this one big file. So the same thing I've been doing since first year, I continued. Only thing is I was being rash to professional. That's the only difference. So there is a civil department HOD sitting beside me. Is like, what this idiot is doing with this one big file. I open mechanical department. These are the issues. CSC department. These are the issues. And then civil came. This guy is looking at me like this because he's civil HOD beside me. So from that level, we started something called technical club. It expanded to over 500 students. We used to stay back after college. I used to teach students and I used to go home by 10 p.m., which is 60 kilometers from my college. So I used to take a bus and by the time I reached 10:30, my HOD used to say, why do you have to do all this? What you will get in return? You did what you can, but don't stretch. But I'm like, no, I like this. And I did this. Okay, but still I didn't get anything. But at one point, my reach went outside. I've been invited to guest lectures in the colleges. So, and then I went to conference, which is Google I/O conference. I spoke along with speakers in IBM, Google, and others. So even I've been invited to a few colleges in Vijayawada nearby. So I used to go and give seminars and guest lectures on AI and stuff like that. So what happened in this point is many students changed their lifestyle. They started questioning instead of following. I call it like changing your culture scape. So it became hostile to few professors who have a limited mindset. Like they'll tell like, this is the tech stack that's out there. You got to learn this. That's it. Over. Students going to be like, why should I learn this? I heard from Srikanth bro that there is few other tech stacks. Why not those? So they started feeling like Srikanth is provoking students, to ask us or to make us look bad. Half of the department is supporting me, half of the department is opposing me. So then this was going on. I became that famous figure in the college that everyone knows, like, hey, that is the guy who will be seminar. That is the guy who will be giving this thing. So it's like, I was enjoying that privilege. At the same time, I've been suffering from other professors. Then came my, final year project. So for the final year project, external will come, and few professors are adamant that they should reduce my marks because I did project on my own. That's one thing. And they don't like me. The people who've been assigned as professors to me, they're like, it's for 150 marks, I guess. They thought at least 20 marks we should reduce because they cannot reduce that much. My whole project is unknown. Most people will buy it. So I didn't even know that. And the Viva started and an external came in. I was like, I saw this guy somewhere last year, mobile computing Viva guy. And then I was like, okay, last year itself, I didn't do Viva well. I think he'll kill me this year. So, and then the external came, he said like, you are Srikanth, right? So you are Srikanth G, right? Like that he's asking. I was like, oh, why he's talking so respectfully to me? He was like, yes, sir. So, do you remember me? I think you came to Viva last year, right? It's like, sorry, sir, no. I'm like, sorry, sir, I forgot. He told, you came to my college as a guest speaker and you gave a seminar on artificial intelligence. And I am head of department of computer science in that college. And I'm really happy that I am, being external to you. And he asked a couple of questions. And then it's like, you don't even have to, give all these things. Chill. And he gave me full marks. He insisted that in front of the HOD, I need to get full marks. And then I came outside. So after some time, my HOD was telling many professors wanted to reduce my marks. And there's a fight going on between professors. Some professors want to give full. Some are telling, no, we need to reduce. We never gave full marks in our department. She's telling, I'm the first person since the college started who got the full marks for the project. And I was like, this is a privilege. And the twist is, someone to the college where I went, he came back here as an external to get me the marks I wanted. Because practicals is the only place where I can get good marks. Theoretical, I don't do well. So I got full marks. This is one achievement I got. And then there is a student of the year. So I know that I won't get the student of the year because there's one thing, academics. So I have a couple of backlogs. With backlogs itself, I got 3 jobs. And all juniors started telling, professors will tell, if you have backlogs, you won't get job. I became that symbol. Srikanth Anna, with 2 backlogs, he got 3 jobs. And then professors started scolding me. You are telling people like this. So now they're taking as inspiration this way also. And I'm like, no. You need to clear them to get a job, like to join a job. That's how it was going. And I heard that the director tried to get me that student of the year so badly, but it went to some other person who is good at academics, even though I have all-rounding stuff, but my academics was poor. So after that point, I was like, okay, chill, Jane, though it doesn't matter if I don't get student of the year. I did what I can. Many students got the job and they told me, thank you. You helped me. 30 students continuously called one day. They got selected in L&T. They're telling you helped us in technical club. And one day a junior pinged him and he's telling like, congrats, bro. I'm like, for what? He's like, you got student of the year, right? Sorry, no. Oh, sorry. We thought you got the student of the year because obviously you will get it. That day I felt like, even though they gave award to someone on the stage, most of the students are believing that I got it. And I felt like this is the student of the year for me because they believe that I did something impactful to change their lives. And they consider me student of the life. I said, I didn't got it, bro. It's like, it doesn't matter, bro. For us, you are the student of the year. That's it. That's over. And it kept on continuing from that point, that this external story and then this student thing. It's like, people come and say, I never told you that, you are my inspiration or I follow you, but I did it in the dark looking at you. Then I remembered one quote, you should keep going because you never know whom you are inspiring. And when you don't give up and keep going, things will get in your favor and get the things done. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys.
You indeed are, student of the year, I would say. I wish even I could have done this because even in my college days, I used to feel that whatever they are teaching is out of date. I mean, why they're not changing the syllabus, but we couldn't, we couldn't be that bold and couldn't take those steps. So I really appreciate the steps you took, and you are really an inspiration for your juniors as well as for us. Thank you so much, Srikanth.
Thank you.
Okay, so time is 9:45. So Kiran, do you want to continue the learnings from PIM session, or if we can take in one more speaker?
Sure. I think I'll take a couple of PIM sessions learning, and as well as I think there are a few new people who have joined. Then we'll quickly, after 5 segments, we'll again come back. All right.
Sure.
So I think the show's first half is superbly good. I think Climates with the Pioneers, so many stories are coming. People are so excited to share the stories. I'm so happy. But yeah, so we'll go with the introduction first, then we'll come with the PM learning. So anyone who have joined for the first time with us? Anyone who has joined for the first time? I think Anu was there in the initial. Vinay, can you hear us? If you're joined for the first time, can you unmute and share your introduction? Anu, even you, if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
Awesome, great. So I know 3 things: name, profession, maybe where you belong, and who invited you. Just keep it a little short so that we can cover maximum people as well.
My full name is Anuranjika Pal. I'm software developer as a front end. I'm currently in Lucknow. It is in Uttar Pradesh, but I'm working in a Bangalore. Because of lockdown, I came home, but I went Delhi for some tour and came back again. It's like my shortest.
I know we could not hear the last line if you have shared something. I think there was some network drop, I guess.
Yeah, actually this
now
is
we can
like
hear.
a village area. So network is not too good.
No worries,
Actually,
we got to know something about you.
Okay.
We do put your introduction in the chat box, and maybe we can call you later as well in case the network becomes better.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. Do we have anyone else? I think Anu was new. Ashish, if you're new, if you can unmute yourself and maybe share your introduction. Ashish, you're mute right now. Ashish, can you hear us? Okay, no worries. I think there's some connection issues could be there. All right, great. So we'll move to the learnings of PIM last week. So who would like to share with us today? Let me call Shiva if Shiva is there. Shiva, do you want to add any points from last week PIM? Shiva or anyone who have not spoken until now? To help me. Okay, where's the PIM? Who can hear me? Soumya, if you can hear me, do you want to add something? Soumya also on the topic. I hope my voice is audible.
Yeah, it's audible, Kiran. I was like last week Vijay spoke about Wheel of Life.
Correct.
And he covered 2 parts on that, actually, money and career.
Absolutely. And what were 1 or 2 key takeaways in case you didn't remember anything for your life?
Sorry, Kiran, I don't remember because I did not apply it.
Okay, you're being very honest. I really appreciate that. Not everyone can do that.
I'm very honest. That's why I will be cut everywhere. I mean,
no worries. So at least when you're honest, then you can start. Very nice. Good. So
sorry.
who else can add? Anyone wants to add? I think Vijay covered one of the 2 important aspects of the Wheel of Life. And I don't know how many of you know about the Wheel of Life because we started PIM with the Wheel of Life. That was a start with it. And Vijay is covering the Wheel of Life with the leadership lessons as well. So anyone wants to add? 1 or 2 people more we can take. 2 key points.
Maybe I will add a couple of
Sure, Sashi.
So my major takeaways are when the Vijay asked one question, are you satisfied with your work? So when I got this kind of question for me, I realized myself, so do I really satisfied with my work? Because for that, there is a lot of factors will be. So even Vijay has listed down what are the key factors that we need to consider when we say that we are happy with our job. So this is the one of the takeaway. And the second thing was the money factor. So Vijay asked, are you really happy that the money you are making from your job? Even I seen the kind of statistics, I have seen that 52% of the people, they are not happy with the money that they're making from their job related aspects thing. So under 32% of the people, they said, I remember that they're partially happy, but not completely happy. And the Vijay at the same time, he given one more statistic that's saying that only the salary making profit factor was the 1.02 is the maximum factor when we multiply with the years of experience. Let's suppose my experience was 10 years. Now that means 10 into some 1.2. So that is the maximum average people are getting the salary. So with this, Vijay has given kind of assumption they're giving. So how we need to manage all these things. And after that, the wheel of life is the one of the major thing that I got a lot of inputs from that. Yeah, these are my major takeaways.
Amazing. Awesome, Sashi. Thank you so much for sharing your learning. We'll take one more person. Anyone wants to add in this area? You can unmute and add, or else we'll move ahead. Anyone who have attended it? सबको सब कुछ समझ में आ जाता है या फिर सबको समझ में नहीं आता? Even I don't understand. But yeah, it's nice. So yeah, so if you have not attended it, do take the recording and understand, because it's one of the most foundation of your life, the wheel of life. And if you know where to prioritize our time, then everything becomes pretty easy to manage. So before I hand over to Mohini, couple of things which
I like to share. He said leadership begins with you. That's what I mean.
Awesome.
Everyone will think like leadership means we will think of someone else as a role model, but we should think as ourselves as a leader first. So that was
wow, Samya, you picked the first point what Vijay covered when he started.
Yeah,
leadership is leading yourself first. Amazing.
yourself first. But yeah, that's what I said. I mean, I have taken the notes, but I'm not implemented. I'll implement.
Absolutely.
It takes
Thank
time.
you.
It takes time, really.
Absolutely, Soumya. So that is why we all are here. So someday, somewhere you see someone and you get inspired and you can't sit. You have to work for it. Great. Great. Thank you so much, Soumya. All right. So before I hand it over to Mohini, so I'll quickly rain check over a couple of things which Vijay has been doing. So Vijay's effective communication workshop of August will get started. So people, anyone who is interested to know more about it, you can let me know. I think Sashi will be joining and Vishal, there's a couple of more people from our team will be joining the effective communication. And in the whole year, Vijay selects close to 3 to 4 batches only. And the whole workshop goes for 3 to 4 months of 12 sessions covering multiple modules. And I won't talk about it because Uma is the live example. She's the person who has attended. I think she's finished her whole effective communication, correct, Uma? So, and today she also went live with Vijay on sharing her own thoughts. So Uma, do you want to give a little bit quick thing about how the journey, maybe the excitement of how you went live with Vijay? What was the excitement, a little bit, maybe 1 or 2 minutes?
Okay, so actually I shared my entire journey on the YouTube. So if you can share the link, it will be great. But apart from that, for communication workshop, it is very nice. Actually, I have improved a lot in my personal relations and my professional relations. And I have also, talk about how it was before workshop, how it is after workshop. So please do watch that video. I actually want to share all those things with you all guys, because it was here where it started. I actually want to share how I started, taking communication workshop. Actually, it was Vijay's 1 p.m. session where he talked about how to find your patient. And I was like कि मुझे तो नहीं मिल रहा है, मैं तो कितना मतलब ऐसा सोचा नहीं मिल रहा है. Then I talked to Kiran and he said that it take time, it give some time and all, we do some sessions, then he suggests me to do DISC assessment. And after DISC, I came to know that I want to become an entrepreneur, and I need to somehow improve my influencing skill, because I'm a C type of personality, and my I is very low. So at that time, BJ suggested me to enroll for this workshop. I have completed 11 sessions. One session is pending, but I'm so much excited for advanced communications workshop as well. So whoever wants to, thinking about taking the workshop, please do take, because it's not just about how effectively speaking, it's all about connecting and understanding human emotions and their behavior. So it's very good.
Amazing. One question, Uma, I have, because I know you have around 3-4 years of experience. For 4 or 5 years, how many years of experience you have?
6 years. 6 years.
6 years. Now, at this age, trust me, most of this age group category people do not believe in communication, because when you're in technology domain, you think you should focus on tech and all those stuff. Why would you need in communication? And even if you choose to put communication, I know the fees are not that less also, right? With the current experience you would have, the fees is actually 50,000, 49,950, and then 37,000 if you get some referrals. And it is not less, to be honest. When you are at that state of career, to take that decision needs a lot of clarity about your life, that why would you want that workshop of your life. So why don't you put that thought, Uma? Someone share some screen, okay? Okay. So why don't you put some thought, share, Uma, that how did you decide that you need to invest on yourself in this area, in spite you know that you are into tech and maybe you don't have current role that you have to apply more and more. So what thought came into your mind to invest that money?
Okay. So actually, before this workshop, I had invested in other workshops as well, which was not from PIM, but that was other workshops, because I don't want to just do IT job. I want to do something extraordinary or something additional. So for that, I have also invested in past, but frankly speaking, I had not invested this amount for my job or for my promotion. I actually invested this amount for the goals what I want to achieve. For example, I have spoken that I want to become an entrepreneur. So I have certain goals in my mind. So I knew that I am lacking in certain areas. For example, I am not able to share my visions to other people, or I am not able to influence someone, or I am not able to marketing or sales. So first thing, I knew my weaknesses. That's why I was looking for a communication workshops. But believe me, it was more than that, because I had just one idea in my mind that I need to increase my influencing skill, but I got more than that.
Absolutely. And what more Uma got, you should all check out Uma's video with Vijay, which Uma had published, I think just 9 p.m. Uma was with Vijay in live show. You should all check it out, because definitely communication is all about understanding human needs and communicating in their language. Sounds very easy, but trust me, it is not. You have to practice. So thank you so much, Uma, for sharing this up. And I know today you were event live. That is the reason I just called you and share the excitement as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Great.
much.
So this is one of the initiative which PIM is running, and there's something called Ascend Your Peak. If you want to know more details about it, get back to me. And yeah, the Growth Club is we have, and a lot of personal coaching also we have. So a lot of initiatives are there in terms of growth express which we are building. Trust me, things are going so awesome, and we'll create a revolution such that we can touch the goal of 1 million people. So all over to you, Mohini. Thank you so much for giving the time.
Thank you, Kiran. And I actually went in between and I checked out what Uma is doing on the LinkedIn Live, and it was really nice. And definitely I'll go back and watch it completely. So nice work, Uma. So let's call upon our next speaker for the day is Mitesh. He's very young, but I'm sure we have so much to learn from him. So welcome, Mitesh. Over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Unfortunately, I have lost my PPT, but I am trying to convey my message and convey my story. So I am Nitish Sharma. I want to share my book, Small, Learnable, Still Transforming. Disclaimer, I am not a author, proper author, and I may take more than 33 minutes. And so I want to start my story. As I am from the village in Uttar Pradesh near Hapur city. Me and my brother was two students from my village who ever go to the city public English medium public school. Maybe my parents wants me and my brother to go to the school to away from the bad mentality peoples and provide the positive and developing environment to me. It's one of the best investment on my life and to improve me and my brother. I regularly, consistently study 11 years in a school. That may be considered as a boring, but I relate a point, means every corner of my school from 2nd class to 12th class. Then I was not good enough in my studies, and but regularity is my strength, and maybe my parents wants to take the worth of money of as a fees or anything. They want to away from the bad companies. I was totally collapsed after come to home from the school, because my school bus take 1.5 hours for the to going the school and come back. Then I was not a good enough and I'm below average. But in 6th class, I have an opportunity to compete with my competence as Sanskrit has come in the existence in my syllabus. Then I want to explore the Sanskrit, and along with this, my English math teacher teach us in a practical manner. Then I realized the practical and exact purpose and the way of studies. Then next 2 years, 7th or 8th, I top my section, and it was my great achievement, and I got 100 marks in Sanskrit and 96 in mathematics. And along with this, I started growing in other subjects as well. Then my life going very well, but I lacking some stability in the technologies, and I don't know what I'm making for, and I'm seeking for the jobs, or I don't know about any what stream which I do choose. Then I become the curious and frequently ask the questions to my teachers, and select the students and circle who is regularly sitting in the front row, and we perform the rotation all the times. Then when I had the frequent questions to my teachers, they answer me, and I'm remember that my teacher show me the feature of Google Assistant. Then I said, sir, आप क्या बात कर रहे हैं, ऐसा कुछ होता है क्या, ऐसे बोल के कौन बताता है. Then teachers teach me a lot, and I all the things. So as summary, I want to give my learnings from my whatever I've said. First thing is, investment in knowledge is very useful, as my parents do for me. Regularity is my power, as we can take it as a 1% improvement day by day, and seeking opportunities, and we can grab all the attention. First, develop one things, and grab the whole things along with this, as I grab in other subjects. Humans have the tendency, when I totally collapse to the home, I still studies and top the class, because I can feel that peak tendency to be to attain myself as a study, and I am curious to ask the question to my teachers, and I also teachers always help me, and I am connected to my teachers, and definitely I will connect it to all my mentors in book club. You are amazing. You helped me a lot. Thank you.
Awesome, Mitesh. Awesome sharing. I think consistency is the key for whatever you want to achieve in your life, and you already have it in your blood. And all the hard work you have done for your studies is really commendable, because it's not easy. Even my parents used to tell me these stories, and I used to be like, how can you do all these things? So you have done that, and you should really appreciate your parents that they realized that they want to save you from bad influences and want to educate you more and more. So that's why they provided you all these facilities. So thank you so much for sharing, Mitesh, and continue your journey. We are sure you're going to grow higher and higher. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. So with this next, so thank you so much for sharing, Mitesh. And next speaker for the day is Kiran. He's going to talk about the power of unity. I know he was not prepared. Yeah.
I thought, Mohini will call me in the end, but all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just set my photos for you. So a couple of photos I had. Just a second. All right. Great. So power of unity. I'm going to share something so interesting because all of you are sharing your stories, and it's so inspiring. And learning to grow and creating a legacy for our life, and we all have some dreams which can stay forever, or we have dreams something which can make us live forever. And how do you make it in reality? Just a second. Mohini, can you make me spotlight there? Yep. Is it done?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, now it's done. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was telling about creating a wealth or creating legacy. The biggest challenge to create legacy or wealth is to understand the most fundamental aspect of your life. If you can really understand the fundamental aspect of your life, you can actually become wealthy, and the answers are quite near you. And I'm not going to share my story today. I'm going to share a story of the nature. And I've learned this story, and I maybe shared maybe last year or a few months back. And I'll share you one photo. Okay, just observe these photos, and I'll give you an analogy how it works. So I hope you can see my screen. Just see those trees. Okay, the trees are so huge, and see the in between में एक छोटा सा इंसान खड़ा हुआ है. So just compare the size of the tree. The trees are super huge. Okay, this is one way to look at it. Now let me show you another photo. See the kind of कितना लंबा है ये. Do you see this? 10 floor, 20 floor, 30, 40 floor. I don't know how big it is. Now the beautiful aspect of that tree is that it is not a science fiction. It is in reality. The trees are called redwood, and it is present in, I think, California. And one of the biggest dream destination for me is to go there and witness the beauty of the nature. Can you imagine the outcome of those redwood trees? I'll tell you a little bit of background. So these trees are that high, that big, and they stay for more than 10,000 years. So too much. They have seen the world, how it's transformed, and they have withstand all kind of calamities which has come, and they have stood together. All those trees combined are super powerful and super, super, super huge. Now, the beautiful part of that, if you just study about the trees, you realize how these trees are structured in terms of background. We just go deep into it. The roots are just around 10 to 20 feet below all the trees which you just saw. And just being 20 feet below, the lateral radius of this tree is close to 100 feet. So what I'm trying to tell is, if the tree has 10, 20 trees are together, maybe 100 trees, all are बहुत ही तेजी से एक दूसरे को पकड़े हुए हैं. They are deep, but the lateral strength is superbly amazing, and that has kept them so strong in years to come, and that is the miracle of the nature. So power of unity, when I say, trust me, if it is in your personal life or in your creating wealth, if you're planning to build wealth, or if you want to build anything which you want to stay for 50, 60, maybe 100 years, the fundamental fact is, can you create the unity factor? Can you create that bond? Can you create a community which can stay with you or without you? And the strength of those bonds will be so amazing that you won't realize the power of how long your community can grow. So the reason I took this topic is to give you an idea when we started PIM or Growth Club and what is the vision behind it, because we want something which can stay way beyond us. We are working here something so amazing such that the legacy can still be there, not only about the money, but the legacy of people and legacy of the culture, and it can stay beyond us. And how did I learn? I am not some guru or something. And I was fortunate, maybe I was a little lucky to find Vijay. I've seen Vijay implementing those community building power of unity principle. If you really want to grow in a level where you want to influence so many people, you have to learn how to build a huge community and create a legacy. I've observed Vijay step by step, and I'll give you very simple 2 learnings which I've implemented in my life subconsciously after learning from Vijay. The first learning which I have seen is creating friendships, creating genuine and tight friendships with people with a goal. Building friendship is one way because you can have multiple friends, but if you don't have a goal or a mission to focus on, then you can't bring best out of people. And you can't bring best out of people until you see some challenges, and that is where your bond becomes more stronger, when you overcome challenges together. So that is one thing which I've seen in years to come. When Vijay has worked with multiple people, he has worked with me, and so many people he has worked, and that is where I'm trying to duplicate a little bit of it, whatever he has learned, he has shared with me. The second point is to create more redwood trees. So if you saw, every tree is so huge that it is not dependent on only one tree. You all are amazing speakers, you all are rock stars, and I'm sure whatever field you choose, whatever thing you do, you will become super successful, and that would in turn create Growth Express superbly amazing, because I know when the roots are so strong, then whatever growth you carry, that will be viral, and that is priceless. So these are 2 important things which I've seen, where you don't have to promote things, to be honest. When you start doing those principles, apply those principles in real life and practice it day in and day and night, people just spit out of love about you, about your values, and your bond and the legacy keeps on growing. It's not easy. Sounds easy, but it definitely is not. It takes years of hard work, and it takes that attitude first. If you're not happy, self-happy within, then you can't give to people also. So it is self-cleansing plus an attitude of giving and creating a huge set of family where you're developing leaders and see the leaders grow beyond. So that's my talk. Yeah, so my talk was pretty simple and short, but just to align all of you, because all of you are becoming rock stars. So let's keep our connection and bond super tight, and with a goal of influencing at least 1 million people in effective communication life skills. That's it. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Kiran, it was simple yet powerful talk, I would say. So you have always inspired us. I think all the members of the book club would agree with me that you are our inspiration, and definitely we are forming that route to, become the redwoods. And I've seen, like, we are seeing like how Shraddha is growing, how Mitish is he's progressing in his career, how Sashi is improving. So I think everyone is trying to become that redwood tree first. And when you were talking about unity, I just remembered I was reading one book called Sapiens. So in that book, it was mentioned that, having this feeling of forming that culture, that community made us, overcome. We could overtake this earth because of the power of community. Otherwise, we would be like, a few women were there in Africa, a few were in Asia, but because of these community formation, we were able to overtake the earth. I think, I don't know whether it's a good thing or not, but yes, the community definitely has a lot of power. So thank you so much for sharing, Kiran. Let's move ahead with our next speaker. So next speaker was our co-host last week. So Rohit, I would like to call you with your inspirational story of living legend. Rohit, are you there?
Rohit, you're not audible.
Yeah.
Hello. Is it fine now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Hi everyone. Good evening. Sorry, actually I was doing some office work and I was busy. Okay. So I think you guys have shared lots of good things. Kiran recently said something. I was hearing it and it was good, quite good. Yeah. Let me share something from my life that how it helped me actually. Okay. So there are lots of people that inspired me, that helped me. But there is one one, particular person. There are 1 or 2 person. I just wanted to share one story from my village actually. He's the cousin of my grandfather. Okay. And he is elder than my grandfather. My grandfather is no more, but he's there, and he's basically at least 90 years of old. And in my opinion, in my understanding, he is successful. Okay. I will tell you how. Okay. So how you define success is, if you are doing something that you want to do, if you are following your passion and you are enjoying it, and every day is a holiday for you, every day is a treat, right? Every day when you wake up in the morning, you have some motivation to do something. You are not bored that today is something is hectic or something like that. You are excited when you are getting up in the morning. You are excited, and I see that a sparkle in his eye. I see that commitment in his work, the way he do it. So what his aim is in life? He has 3 aim. Okay, that I have observed in my whole life. Like in my whole life, he's like a Morgan Freeman for me. He's same year old, same looking. Like whenever when I was very young, he was looking the same. Now also he's same. He has 3 aim. One, his cattle, they need to be well fed, and they should give the milk to his family. So he nurture them. His field should yield the good crop. So he take care of the field, and his field should not be eaten by this animal, like गांव में कुछ मवेशी होते हैं, those things, right? So he protect the field. And in his whole life, like from my childhood, I have seen him. He is doing this work, the passion the passion he has, without any obstacle. He is really getting any disease. He's really getting any fever. How, I mean, what is the season? What is the temperature? He doesn't care. He just wake up in the morning, do eat some food, do fasting. See, he's doing the fasting that most of us cannot do. There is one fasting in the 11th day, that is Gyaras, when people are not drinking any liquid. That he is still doing. He's still doing. Okay. So whenever he is fasting or whatever the season is, he is waking up, doing all these things, going to the field, coming in the evening and eating the food. That's it. He is doing all those things without any hurdle, without any problem. Like whatever the situation in the life is, he doesn't care. I remember one incident. His wife expired. Next day he wake up. He followed his routine. He went to the field. He take care of the cattle. He take care of the field. All those things. In my opinion, he is a true legend, and I am truly inspired from him, because he doesn't care about the situation. He just follow his heart. He just follow his passion. So that is from my side. Thank you. Over to you, Mohini.
Thank you, Rohit. I feel that passion is kind of a overrated word sometimes. Means even doing the basic things in your life can be treated as your passion. You don't have to, change. You don't have to change the world in order to call it as your passion. And the minimalism you talked about is completely true. Like as in when we are growing, as the technology is growing, our demands is increasing, but our body, our life doesn't actually need all those things, and we can still have minimal thing in our lives and be happy with it. So thank you so much for sharing this story, Rohit.
Thank you, Mohini.
Thank you. So next, let's call our next speaker, Soumya. She wants to talk about her failures and the journey along with PIM. So over to you, Soumya.
Yeah. I think I had shared this previously with this PIM session when I joined PIM. I was that one of the girl, like what Kiran said, like only techies we think about at that age. When we are at 4 to 5 years, 6 years, 6 to 7 years of experience. So I had never thought about how the effective communication skill and how to connect to the people. And there's a lot of learnings here. So my failure thing is, yeah, actually in the university, I thought I should get first in the university. in VTU, in aeronautical domain. But I aimed for that, but I could not get it. I became 8th. So I think from there my thinking was low actually. I was not thinking big. So I think Kiran is the one guy who helped me in my journey of life to wake me up and to get into this community and grow myself. That's what I wanted to share. And I have lot of things to learn and improve myself. I think I wish to grow along with this community. That's what I want to share.
Yes, Soumya, definitely. And the way you are coming every week, I think definitely you will grow with all of us. And you are already growing. I've seen you also growing, and you're doing amazing. So continue, coming to the book club and keep sharing your learnings. I think, yes, we are on the right track. Thank you so much, Soumya. So
Thank you.
thank you. So we'll call our next speaker, one of the favorite speakers of the book club, Nikita. She wants to talk about empathy. Nikita, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me? Thanks,
Yes.
Mohini. Okay, let me see if my camera works. My network is up connected to 4G, so hopefully it should be working.
Yeah, we can see you.
Okay, great. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys a story today. Well, hi, hello. I'm trying to be aware of the time, so that's it. Sorry, we don't mean to rush. Okay, so I'm going to start with a story today. Imagine you, and now normally when I tell this story, it's for girls, it's different, for guys, it's different, but let's forget the gender barrier here, okay? So you go out with 4 of your university friends. They're not work colleagues or anybody, they're university friends. You go out for dinner. On your way to the restaurant, you walk past a clothes shop and you see this beautiful dress, or for men's suit, okay? Let's just say dress or outfit. You see this lovely outfit on the mannequin and all of you really like it. So you say, wow, that's beautiful. I think I'm gonna buy it. And then you look at the price and think, oh, but I'm not sure if I should, it's really expensive. Then you talk to your friends and you say, well, you know what, it's okay. I'll buy it for this year's Christmas party at work, because I'm always the one who doesn't dress up. I'm not dapper and I need to up my game. So I'm gonna go for this. I've worked really hard, blah, blah, blah. And you go into the shop. As you're going in, all your friends say, yes, that's a beautiful dress. It's a good idea to buy it for Christmas party. I'll buy it too. And all 5 of you agree to buy the same outfit. Now, as you go in, you tell the shopkeeper, can we have 5 of the same in size M, please? Because all of you are size M. The shopkeeper comes out with 4 and says, I'm sorry, we've only got 4 left. Now, which 4 of you will have it? So all the friends say, well, come on, it was your idea. You stop first, you go for it. And you say, no, look, everyone wanted it. Let's go fair and square, coin toss or rock, paper, scissors, whatever. Okay, you guys do that. And what happens is you lose. So you don't get to buy it. The 4 of your friends, they buy this outfit. Now, okay, no problem. You still go for dinner, everything good. 4 or 5 months later, just kind of towards November now, you guys meet again at another party. You're the first one to reach there. Your friend A, okay, let's call these friends A, B, C, D, okay? Friend A walks in and says to you, okay, let's have these friends. So I had done this. So friend A walks in and says, hey, you know what? Remember how we bought the dress, the outfit together? Now I have become too fat over the last 4 months. I've put on so much weight. I can't fit into that outfit anymore. So it's useless to me. Do you want to have it? And you're kind of deep within feeling super happy, super excited. Yeah, a bit sad about your friend putting on weight and all that, but who cares? You get the outfit, right? Because it was your idea and you're super happy. Just as about when you're about to say something, your friend B walks in. And B says, hey, you know how you really wanted that outfit? Now, you guys at dinner time all that night made fun of me, of my diet, and you said these fat diets don't work, but look, my diet has worked. I have reduced so much weight. I want to show off my new body, so I'm not going to wear that loose dress. So if you want, you can have it. Okay, so now you got two offers: A, who's too fat; B, who's too thin to wear it. So now you're deciding, oh, who should I take it from? C walks in, and C says, "Hey guys, I have some exciting news. I just won a lottery. See, these are dollars, okay? I won a $10 million lottery, and my partner, husband or wife, suggested that we buy a brand new apartment, penthouse, and blah, blah, sell all our clothes and get rid of it and go with a branded wardrobe. So I don't want that outfit anymore. Do you want it?" And I've got three people offering you the exact same outfit, all for free, and you have to decide who you take it from. Okay, if you want, you can put your answers in the chat. A, too fat to have it. B, well, he's really skinny and very fit now. And C, he's very rich. So who do you take it from? And sorry, I'll go over probably 30 more seconds. Before you can decide, B walks in. And B says, "Hey guys, bad news. I'm going through a terrible divorce. Now I have to downsize my apartment. I've lost my job and everything. I'm selling everything I've got. Hey, you know what? That outfit that you wanted, I was going to put it on eBay, but I know you really wanted it. So if you want, you can take it for free, or you could give me a little bit of money because on eBay I was selling it for half the price. Who would you take it from?" So if you take it from A, B, or C, you will have to, you'll get it for free. If you take it from D, you'll have to pay maybe half the price. Who would you take it from? Okay, well, I can see the answers coming in. Most of people are saying D. Now, when I had done this, this is a psychology quiz, okay? This has been done with many, many, many people. And everyone so far normally answers D. And the reason is, now no one's put reason there, but the reason that, now I'll jump into the reason because we haven't got the time. But the reason is when you take it from D, you have an opportunity to pay D. When you take it from A, B, or C, it's basically you're receiving like charity. Well, somebody's unwanted stuff, you're getting it. How does that make you feel about yourself? Okay, you want it, but it's their rejected stuff, sort of that they don't want anymore. They're just giving it down to you, handing it down to you. Whereas when you take it from D, it makes you feel like the bigger person here because you're helping out a friend, first of all, who's in need. And second, you're paying him. So it makes you feel like the bigger person as opposed to somebody else. Here, in this case, you feel like a smaller person. Look, I'm rich. Look, you're poor. You can have the crappy dress. I'm going to go with my rich wardrobe. Here, he says, I really need help. So you feel like the bigger person here. And the moral of the story, if I can just quickly sum it up, is as a leader, I was talking about leadership or in your personal relationships, empower people. So what that means is when you show people that they are important, they would be willing to do things. So if you're a leader, a manager, whatever, if you're delegating tasks to your team, if you say it in a way that makes them feel important, that their contribution is something that you value, they would be more likely to do it. Nobody likes to feel that they're receiving charity, so don't put it down in that tone. Nobody likes to be belittled, and give people a chance to be the bigger person and they will grab it with both hands. So this is a lesson for either personal relationships or in professional life. When you put it across as, okay, well, your help will be greatly appreciated. People will do anything to help you. And that's about it. Thank you.
Awesome, Nikita. I really love the way you narrate it. And thank you so much for putting so much effort in creating those A, B, and C. Really, really loved it. So thank you so much for coming up.
I was saying, yeah, to prepare these, I had to eat so much chocolate. See, they're cut out from Lindt. So, because I'm staying here alone, I don't have anything at home. About Lindt, I cut out from Lindt box, and then, yeah, there we go.
Wow, yeah, very nice. So you've put a lot of effort, and you've got the reward also. Thank you so much for sharing it, Nikita. Okay, so let's go to our next speaker. We have Shiva with us. He's going to share some of his life learnings with us. So over to you, Shiva.
Hello. Yeah, thanks, Mani, for giving me opportunity. Today, I would like to share my life learning experience. See, after passing out from college in 2004, there was no clarity, and no one was guiding me what to be, what to do, what not to do, and all. And every time my uncle was telling that, go and join army, go and join army. And at that time, I was so feared, and I could not able to communicate with people also. And I was a reserved kind of a guy. And every time he used to call me and tell there's a military equipment going on there, and I was very fear. And when if I go there to attend the interview, somehow I never want to face that challenge and all. I think that I'll fail and all. And after that, I didn't join, and I was giving some excuse to him. And finally, after that, somehow I was attending interviews during that time, and I could not able to crack down due to my fear and my failures and all. And after that, my father referred one consultant, and he referred me to one of the company, one referral company, and I joined. And I was attending the interview. I was attending the interview, and I was very nervous. And the HR was telling that why you're so nervous? Be cool, be cool. And I could not able to speak. Also, I could not able to open the mouth. Also, the words were not coming from mouth. I was so nervous. And after that, somehow I managed to get the job with that consultant. This one, and it was very. They required the candidate, and I could able to work for 1 year in that company. And after that, I started communicating with people and I made friends in that company and all. And I was working very hard, and people were telling why you're working so hard, and why you're working here. At least you can go some other company and you can join. At least you will get some good pay package and all. With this low package, don't work here. And after that, after 1 year, what has happened? The appraisal was there. And after during that appraisal, and he was a location head, uh, area manager. And what he did, he gave me all the good response and all, and good rating and all. And after they announced the hike and all, package hike and all, he gave me some amount, and I was not satisfied with that. And I straightly went to ask, and to that guy, what is it hike what you are given? And he told, you don't ask about salary hike and all. Whatever was in my hand, I have given that. And finally, and I thought of, see, after working this hard work, and he has given me this reward, and it's not worth working in this company. And after that, after on a sudden, one guy called me, and there is one accounts job opening over there. And finally, I was planning to switch the company, and everyone was telling, please, you can leave this one. You're working so hard. You don't have any reward for your working. And I joined. And during that exit interview, HR called me, and she was asking everything. And she was telling that she was taking me that exit interview and all. And finally, she told, when I took an interview while you were joining, you were so nervous, and within a year, you have changed a lot, and you could able to speak to me with boldness and all. That I appreciate your this one. And I learned a lot of lessons from that first job in 2004. And after that, I could able to get through different companies and handling different types of people and all. That was the fairness of this one, and created a lot of changes from my this one past experience. That's Mohini. Thank you for giving me an opportunity.
Thank you, Shiva. When you were mentioning it, even I remembered, even my first job was like that. I did not have that confidence. I was very scared person. And then slowly, as in when we start progressing in our career, we gain that confidence and we took those decisions which are good for our life. So really happy for you, Shiva. Continue your journey. I'm sure there are more chapters in your life coming ahead. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so moving on to our next speaker, we have Sashi. He'll be talking about a small appreciation has restarted life. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. So let me ask one question to everyone. How many times of a day you really appreciate someone in your day-to-day conversation with your clients or with your colleagues, whatever it may be? You can write in the chat box window what's the average time that you made an appreciation to someone. You can keep it in the chat window. When I have understood my average count, so I will tell you in the maybe in the end of my talk. Maybe you can, in this meantime, you can keep it in the chat window. Okay, let me go through my story. When I'm in my school education, I am very pathetic in my all education, and I'm very slow, low self-esteem person across my all childhood days. Now, somehow I managed my term standard. I came to the my +1 standard at the time. So the first day, my lecturer asked some kind of question, and no one knows about that question. And I am not the person who knows about that technological question. And I have answered to my lecturer. And he started appreciating me very well. And whole the class has started clapping me. That is the time I have realized the power of appreciation. So till that point of time, no one has just clapped me any time, excluding my birthday. No one has just clapped me for anything in the entire my school days. But that is the first time I have seen a real appreciation is coming. Now, that is the same day my entire life got restarted. Now, I have not turned back in my life that I am not less than to anyone. I know who I am. So this is the small thing, because appreciating a small thing to that same person, but receiving side, for me, it is a very big thing. It's a not small thing. So it is completely got a change thing. So now my career has just went like a big thing. I had cracked my MCET exam. I had cracked a IEEE exam at the same time. I cracked a very good college, and my education was beautiful. A lot of things will be there. But what I really observed was a small appreciation can change anything. So today when I'm preparing the same talk, I got a call from some credit card guy. So usually we used to get a lot of calls from this credit card, take the RBL credit card, take some blah, blah, blah credit card. So what usually we have some Truecaller, so it will block most of the calls. When I do a lot of time. But today, eventually, I personally had taken that call, and he started saying, "Sir, can you please take the today credit card? We have a lot of blah, blah, blah," offer, something like that. And I listened patiently, and after completion of the 5 minutes, he expected me to talk something. So instead of talking to the credit card related stuff, I really appreciated that person. So I given some, you really sharing a lot of good content, and I know because you are going to the lot of rejection because no one lift your call. Because I given the shade 2 minutes, 3 minutes of appreciation to that candidate. No, the candidate is like floating like anything. Now, sir, you are the one of the best person that no one has listened me this much time. So per day, I used to make 100 calls. Out of 100 calls, 95 calls will be disconnected only. Max 5 to 6 calls will be the people will pick up, and no one used to listen only. They used to shout at me something like that. No, please shut down. Why you are calling me? Like they will bluff like anything. But you are the person who listened me patiently and who really appreciated me. But even I really appreciated that person, but I really understood that that person has a beautiful day today because he can able to share to his wife, he can able to share to his parent, whatever it may be. But I can able to really sense it because I given a small appreciation to the candidate, and the person has, I can able to feel that kind of sense. But I'm just telling you to summarize the content, whatever the talk you may be in your day-to-day life, but do appreciate your manager, do appreciate your client, do appreciate whatever people it may be. But you will see the real magic, you see the real miracle. But that's how eventually I learned from these kind of things from the PM and my personal experience also. And to be frank, I'm saying that I told you that count, right? So even last 2 days, I have taken my all office calls, I have recorded everything, and I have personally sit in the weekend. I have seen that how many times I'm appreciating in each call. So it take me more than the 5.5 hours time it take me to go through all the recordings of my all office and the related other stuff. I have seen in every 15 minutes, I'm appreciating to someone else. I feel that I'm doing a very good job because whenever I'm talking to any person more than 15 minutes of time, there is a one appreciation message in every 15 minutes. So that's how I like myself, but that's how it can able to help to a lot of people. And I'm just over to you, Mohini. Thanks for that.
Thank you, Sashi. Next time, whenever a credit card person calls me, I'll give him your number. But truly, you're an amazing person, I would say, because nobody does that. Even when I get a call earlier when I was young, I mean, when we just started the job, right? So I used to listen to them. But then now it's like, no, sorry, I'm busy. Bye. I'll just keep my phone like this. But yes, truly amazing thing you're doing. And even I can relate it, like when I create my videos and when I just get one single comment or even few likes when I get, it really inspires me a lot. So small appreciation, whichever you get, it has a tremendous effect. So never hesitate to give the appreciation. That's the free thing you have in your life, right? So give it. Never hesitate. Thank you for sharing, Sashi. So next we have Uma. She wanted to share the excitement she had with excitement about going live with Vijay. So over to you, Uma.
I think Moini, Uma already covered it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll go next. Yes, this will be the last story of the day. Okay, so my story is about when I was in, so it is about 2016. Yeah, so I came to Bangalore for the first time. I started my job. I was doing one internship earlier, and then when I got converted from intern to a full time, so there was a situation at my home, and I had to get my brother here in Bangalore. So I got him, and when I got him, so initially when I was planning to get him, I did not know what I'm getting into. But when I got him, I really suffered. Not suffered, I would say, but I've learned a lot because when you get first thing is I was staying in a PG, so I was like no responsibility, nothing was there. But when I got my brother, I had to find a house where we both can stay. Then look at the cooking, how we are going to cook the food, because we'll be staying in a flat, right? Boys and girls, we cannot stay in PG. So we were staying in a flat, and that I think that whole process I learned a lot, like how to talk to these people, the landowners, and what do we need to tell, I mean, how to search for a house, like no brokers and all these things. And then I got him. Now when I got him, he was here for his studies. He was here for his 11th and 12th standard, and when he was doing his 11th and 12th standard, he was very distracted. Like whenever I used to my office was really far from where I took the house, because his school was near to my house, but my office was really far. So I used to travel every day at least 2 to 3 hours, used to go and traveling. Now whenever I used to come back home around 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, and I'll see him that he's not studying. He's either listening to some music, or he's just watching some videos, or he's just sitting idle, he's not studying. So at that time, I used to shout at him a lot. We used to fight like anything. I used to be like, "Why are you doing like this? I got you out from our home. I got you here in Bangalore to provide you all the best education, and I'm doing everything I can do so that you are easily, able to study. But why you are not doing it?" Every time we used to fight, and there was no answer for it. But then after 2 years, he finally, he gave a lot of exams. He couldn't get into the top engineering college, but he got into a decent engineering college. And then even after going into that college, he used to be like, "You ruined my life. You kind of, did not let me do whatever I wanted to do, but you just pushed me into CS and IT, and I'm really not interested into this field." And then slowly and gradually, second year came, he got some good friends, and he started taking interest into this IT field. He started doing some projects, and he himself started exploring technology. And now if you go and see his LinkedIn page or his lead code profile, he's doing amazing. So that way, I think he found his ikigai and he started following it. And then one day he called me and he said that, "I'm sorry for whatever I did to you. I was really harsh, and I did not understand that time what was happening in with my life, maybe teenage hormones, whatever you call it. But things were not easy for me as well. And whatever you did, I really appreciate. I think even parents wouldn't do that much, whatever you did for me." So that day I really felt that you should not try to change people, because this is something really difficult. I mean, we all are going through some or the other things, and when we see people, we expect a lot from them. We just expect that whatever we are saying to them, they'll start following the next moment. But that will not happen, because they are in another state itself. So always be open, like just give your guidance, just be there for them, support them in all ways possible, but never expect them to change as per whatever you are saying. It's a big learning for me, and it took almost 5 years to understand that. And it's but I would say that it's fruitful when you see that your things are falling into place. But definitely it takes time. So what are my learnings? One thing is that learnings never stop. So even after coming out of college, I've seen that you need to learn. Life is full of learning. It's not just about technical work, but also about personal work. Whatever even in your relationships, you learn a lot. next thing is that success is a gradual process, so you cannot expect that you start doing something like I started my Instagram channel, or even Shraddha, how she started her YouTube channel. She did not expect that the day you started, the day you posted one video, you will get the success. It's a gradual process, and as Kiran also mentioned, right, it will take years and years to be there, like how it took for my brother to understand this thing. So, and then last thing which I told, that never expect people to change as per you. So always be open, just be there to help them, to guide them, and let them do whatever they want to do. And slowly and gradually, they'll definitely realize and understand you better with time. So time is the best healer, I would say. Yes, thank you so much. That's all I had.
Wow, amazing, Mohini. So it was really amazing the way you hosted. The whole show was all Mohini and the theme of the book club, amazing. So I think we are end of this book club. Mohini, do we have any other speakers or all we are set?
No, I think, yeah, we're all set.
Okay.
And I really appreciate each one of you, because I knew this was not at all easy when I gave this theme. I literally pinged Kiran so many times, like, are you getting any queries? People are having any concern, or is it right or wrong? Because it's too much to ask, I would say, to share your personal experiences with us. But I feel that we have grown so much that it's more like a family right now. That's why people, came up and they opened their, they poured their heart to, tell those stories to us. So I really appreciate, and I'm really grateful to all of you. Thank you so much for sharing all these stories.
Awesome. So before we move for the excitement for last 10 minutes, let's quickly take a pic. So that if anyone wants to leave, he or she can leave happily. There's no obligation. Just a second. Okay, Karthik, you want to take the pic?
Yeah, Kiran, you want it?
Okay, all right. So I don't know if Saundarya can hear us. Saundarya and Nikita, you can just switch on your video for a few seconds.
All ready?